Hello everyone and welcome to today's Disco Elysium stream. We're back with some more. Ain't that cool? So last time, I almost deleted the save. Last time we started exploring, continued exploring the coastline. I already know, the island, as it were, that is connected to Martinez, with the fishing village and the church. We discovered some unfortunate facts, which was that the working class lady's husband is definitely dead, and that's very unfortunate. And so we're gonna have to tell her the stream. Oh well. How do I walk across here? There we go. Sorry, it's been pretty crazy couple of days for me, so I'm a little bit out of it, a little bit almost tired. Ooh. Could say tired, a bit exhausted. Oh, what's this? Yeah. Oh, can't. Maybe with the pry bar. Oh, do we have a skill point? Oh, we do have a skill point. We haven't leveled up anything. We can level up this. We can level up conceptual not perception. If we level up hand-eye coordination, we're able to look at our gun. The gun. The bullet. No, sorry, the bullet. Definitely the bullet. The bullet that killed the main murder victim. Who we originally thought was killed by the lynching, death by lynching. He was hanged, but he was only hanged after the fact, and so we need to examine the bullet. Should we level up this? There might be another way to unlock the check again, but I think this is worth investing in at least 1 point. Let's just do that, and I'll open up the check once again for the bullet. As you can see, it should be quite high now, actually. But what I actually wanted to do by opening that menu was opening the pry bar, so we could check if this is open. Postcard. We'll take it. We do that here. I wonder if there's a specific use for the postcards in this game. There may be, there may be. I'm just gonna hang on to them for now. We're fine for money. I think I've already paid for tonight's stay. I need to earn a bit more for tomorrow's, but we seem to find money quite easily. I'm not too worried about that. Where are you taking me? Okay, I can't go beyond there. That's fine. Should we immediately tell the working class woman that her husband's dead? I'm not entirely sure. What's the current time of the day? It's 9:56. Is there anything down here? I don't believe. Oh, there is. There's at least 1 point of experience. Bars cover these long, dusty windows. Perception, hearing. And the remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years. Try to see inside. Let's try to see inside. Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase. Let me get a little bit more in here. Sorry. I need to correct my posture as well. I've been slouching too much today. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it, and a small layer of white salt from the sea. Lieutenant, can you make out what's inside? Point at the windows. No. He shakes his head. The windows rattle in their frames. I won't even try, you know. Takes off his glasses. I had a partner once. They called him Eyes because he had to show me things. It's that bad. This partner of his, Eyes, things didn't end well. It saddens him to say his name. Don't even ask. He wouldn't answer. Maybe some other small talk? Can you still shoot though? Well enough actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I passed my shooting courses 7 out of 10. It's pretty that's decent. I wouldn't want you necessarily to do something that requires a lot of accuracy. Oh, I remember. There was this duo here. And this box. Do we talk to these people?
And Mikhail, notice the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with.
A blond man stands next to his son, pointing to the weather-worn ruins. He sees you approaching and smiles.
You, officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez. I'm Trant Heidelstadt. You must be Kim Kitsuragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Hypertext?
Nice to meet you.
Lieutenant on hold on. Hypertext? Wait, what was that about the windows before?
Yes, hypertext. Jan Karp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
He says as if it's self-evident. And the collection of cultural hyperlinks. Okay, I think I understand what he means. I think he's saying that there's a lot here that points to other stuff happening in the region in history. Wait, what was that about the windows before?
Oh, yes. So, Mikhail, they had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago, so they didn't have windows on the south wall.
That makes sense. You and Kim know each other?
No, I can't say that we've met before.
That's a weird way of speaking.
Mikhail, say hi to the officers.
He rests his hand on the boy's shoulder. The child stays hidden behind the hem of his father's coat, clutching to his worm-themed coloring book.
Mikhail's a little tired today.
Worm?
We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad.
Oh, that's not pronounced Grad.
We wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into worms lately.
Worms? The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows. That's true.
Not here for giant worms, when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
He points to the building again. This man is your half-brother. You feel it, but why? What? Wow, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis programming language was named after its inventor, Victor Orbis, a cybernetician from Grat. They run Vox in the Occidental countries. What's so fascinating about an empty old building? You look like someone who has money. Do you have money? Great, thank you for all the interesting information. What's so fascinating about an empty old building? Aha! But it's not just any empty old building. He raises his hand to his eyes to shield himself from the pattering rain. All four of you turn to admire the mural before you. What not a lot of people... Sorry, let me try to get that a little closer. What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of Feld Electrical. And Feld, which now sells ink cartridges, mostly, was once a top dog in the turn of the century cybernetics boom. I'm trying. Hold on, what's R&D? Look at the building looming over you. Wait, what's an R&D department? Revolution and Development? Isn't it? Look at the building. It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill. Wait, what's an R&D department? It is something like that, right? Apologies. It's an acronym for research and development, of course. Sorry. My bad. They don't use it anymore. He smiles brightly, laugh lines around his eyes. You're probably more familiar with RTD, Research and Technological Development. Mea culpa. You were not familiar with that one either. This man is a bookhead. I don't think I've ever heard of this Feld Electrical. That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains. He adjusts his suit jacket. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Koningstein, I think. Koningstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. He gestures toward the building, but Feld had an ace up their sleeve. or should I say, they were developing an ace up their sleeve. He grins. I'm mixing my metaphors here. What was that ace? It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a, he pauses for effect, tape computer. A tape computer? This is a very anachronistic setting. An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution, revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bringing them to the verge of, to the average consumer. I looked away. Sorry. Which is a feat of engineering even today's giants Ream, ICN, and ZAM haven't achieved yet. He grins, admiring the sentence he just produced. What happened? Indeed, what? The revolution. The revolution? I don't know what Mikhail will sound like. The boy wipes his nose on his sleeve. He nods. Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes, possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins. This is interesting. He pauses, pointing to the other building, then continues. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D. You're saying that Feld Electrical built this boardwalk? Look under your feet. What happened to the engineers? The company people? What did the revolutionaries do with those advanced tape computers? How did those tape computers work? Did they work like radio computers? I want to ask something else. Probably did, but let's do some world building. Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war. A pleasure wheel? The lieutenant looks wistfully at the horizon, as if picturing gondolas rising to the sky. I guess that's the Ferris wheel. Perhaps reminded of a childhood memory? It's clear he would prefer there were a big wheel lighting up the coast. Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics, but history had other plans. What happened to the engineers, the company people? Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. He smiles again, as if he's somehow personally responsible for this bleak turn of events. Weird. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers, he means that the boys got shot by the communists. The boys were bourgeois. But Mikhail, he means they all got shot in the head because they were bourgeois. Now, do you know what the bourgeoisie is? Tape computers, right? Let's not scar a child. What did the revolutionaries do with those advanced tape computers? They used them for military communications, he says, while his son looks up, idly chewing on the corner of his worm-themed coloring book. Idly. Do I have a book here? I'm not going to chew it. But also to write and send out press releases, the most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars. I think that's the Secret of Mars or the Declaration of Mars. My French is not good. It's very limited. What was that? What's the March Decree? Oh, okay. March Decree. That makes sense. Oh, so then it's Mar. Or Mach. I don't know. I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02. A short-lived legislative foundation for a short-lived utopia. It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baisers d'Insulint. The Insulint. This is all really testing my French from like, I don't even know how many years ago, like 6, 5, something like that. That was the last time I took French, so. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. He looks at his son, who starts giggling, his face hidden behind the book. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention. The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion. How did those tape computers work? Did they work like radio computers? Sure. Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. Made entirely of tape. Interesting. I think I do that to my computer. My laptop. Haha. Haha. Not this one. I stream from a different one. Stream from my brothers. But word has it they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking, turn-of-the-century hardware. He raises his finger, remembering something. I've almost forgotten what his voice sounds like, and I'm just trying my best to sound kind of robotic. Buckle up. 10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center in, I would read that as Frida Fort, but it might, Frida Fort, but it might be, Vrida Fort. That means Free Fort, or Peace Fort. Peace Fort, sorry. Definitely peace. This is really interesting to me. So, I'm South African. Oranje and Vredefort are very Afrikaans or Dutch sounding names. So I wonder what angle they're working with that naming convention. I wonder if they're just leaning into general Dutch, maybe a bit German, or if they're knowingly doing it very close to an Afrikaans dialect, as it were. I don't know. I'm also not Afrikaans, so I can't speak too much on that. But there is actually a place called Oranje here, which has very not good connotations. Well, it depends who you are. If you're a racist. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Hust joined the team, trying to... Wait, did he say Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? Reaction speed, nice. He did it. He said Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world. What the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Hust? Okay, the Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? Paul Ackerman, Keith and Guy Hust? What are you talking about? The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Arts. Wow, that's very arty. Art. Arty art. There it is again, those words. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory. I think that's right. I think there's a beer joke in there. It could also be Lagerman, I guess. I don't know. Notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ackerman, chose to... You're making this up. Turn to the lieutenant. Kim, is he making this up? Thought gained Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. In fact, I'm not. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, he says casually, is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center. He clears his throat. But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing. Made of black film and folding tape structures. Not cool. I've seen cooler things than that. The RCM should get some of those. Cool. Cool. Very, very cool, he agrees. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to this precious device. But so they did. The Feld playback experiment vanished into the fires of 07. With the Feld playback experiment? That does sound familiar. Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the Feld playback experience, but those are incorrect. But those are wrong! Historians. Why did the revolutionists destroy it? Hey, we got 5 experience. Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now, all 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building. He takes a step back. The boardwalk creaks mournfully in the wind. I want to ask something else. But of course, what else? He smiles and ruffles his kid's hair. I want to hear about the Feld building again. You look like someone who has money. Do you have money? Great, thank you for all the interesting information. No, thanks to you for having me and little Mikhail here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed. Pick your brain? If anything, this was rather one-sided. You did the talking. Whatever. Yep. Dust. There is dust all around me. That was interesting. And this? The beams are splintered. The bridge didn't collapse on its own. Artillery broke it. Ooh. Oi. That's not great. What can we get here? There's also something about following the river that I remember being something to do. Someone's here. Ah, is this the cryptozoologist? Might be. Tiny cages, carefully constructed. So we found someone's husband, it looks like. The soggy logs smell of ignition fluid. Still, they won't light up. It's almost impossible to get a fire going this near to the ocean. Idiots. These heavy military blockades are riddled with bullet holes, crumbling. Idiots. Repetition is comedy. That patch of reeds over there, it's a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way, being so close to the water. Wait, I can't see anything interesting. Wait, I can't see anything interesting. What is this about? Nothing, just a hunch. The hunch passes, leaving you there by the old boy bobbing in the water. Time to go. The boy bobs in the water. The number on it says 11. Is there something in here? Let me just check if there's anything, just check if there's anything interesting just hiding around. Maybe ask Kim. Interesting thought. Definitely. Where's that boy? It was like this one, right?
Yes?
Nothing. Never mind, never mind. I wonder if there is something around here. Doesn't really matter. Let's just talk to the cryptozoologist and his assistant. I think this is the assistant.
Hello.
Oh, never mind.
Harry. How do you do, officer?
The crypto fascist.
Yellow man. I mean, officer.
Wow, that was interesting. The lieutenant raises his eyebrow slightly and takes out his notebook.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
Not a lover of the great outdoors.
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
Ah, I see. Why you're the crypto fascist? Drunks and degenerates, that's my crew. Sadly, I think I might be a drunk or a degenerate, maybe even both. Sadly, I think I might.
Times will do that to good men.
He nods gravely, then shifts his gaze to the pile of soggy logs at his feet. Serious question time. This man is no innocent. No one is. Do you know anything about the man hanged behind the whirling in rags? Oh, so that's what the RCM is in Martinez about. Great. He nods in sincere approval. Great to hear someone's finally taking care of that. So you do know something about it? No. He shakes his head emphatically. That means very rigorously. Then corrects his tie. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary, but everyone here knows that. I'm just glad to hear you're looking into it, that's all. You didn't kill him or anything, but there's something going on here. Are you a cryptozoologist too? No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. But I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own. You were surprised to see my colleague Kitsuragi. Not many Sealites here, or anywhere other than Seoul. Seoul? I'm not sure. I think it's Seoul. I meant no offense, truly. Do you remember how when we met Measurehead and I said the next racist will be the really good one? Yes. I think so. Sorry, as you know, I've been having problems with my memory. Yes. I do remember that. Well, he gestures toward Gary as though he were presenting a work of art. This is that racist. Yes, our lucky racist. Will you grant us 3 wishes, Gary? Are you, Gary? Are you a racist? I don't know, I like the previous racist better. He is nothing compared to Measurehead. Will you grant us 3 wishes, Gary? Hey, man. He blushes. All I meant was there are not many Sealites around here. I'm just stating a fact. You have a problem with, I'm not sure if it's Sealites or Seolites. I need to pick one. Let's go with Seolites. Seoul will be the region then, I guess. The lieutenant is a native of Revachol. Yes, what are they doing in that seal of theirs scheming? This seems like bait. The lieutenant is a native of Revachol. Oh yes, of course he is. I was just speaking about his connections. He flashes an impenetrable smile. Let's change the subject, okay? Thanks for your cooperation. I'd like to talk to Morale now.
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices
Who's
you.
there? Oh, the police. Hello, officer.
Officers, excuse you. You must be Morale, the cryptozoologist?
To what do I owe the pleasure?
To what do I owe the pleasure? At sarcasm, he takes no pleasure from your appearance. Ah, I think the voice actor missed a cue there. You don't seem too happy to see the RCM.
Oh no, it's alright. I'm just busy. What's this about?
What's this about? Lena sent me. She's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message.
Oh, we leveled up.
The waterlock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
The waterlock's been fixed. It was fine when I crossed it.
Oh good. We should really be getting back. Gaddy could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Interesting accent he has.
Did he say we can go back now?
Why are you in a tin can, man?
Yes, Gaddy, we can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
It's kind of a northern English with like central England, bit of Scott in there. I don't know.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
He refastens a bit of netting that has come loose in the wind. For all his passion, this man is diligent and patient. You could learn things from him. Tell me about this phasmid you're looking for. Tell me about these traps. Lena seems pretty eager for you to return. How did you become a cryptozoologist? Tell me about this phasmid you're looking for. Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it. What makes it so difficult to find? Excuse me. Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodia, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. He looks around. Awful lot of reeds around here, aren't there? And I suspect it may also have developed other specialized techniques to protect itself from predators, or scientists in our present case. I'm trying to do... I don't really know, I'm just kind of trying to copy him. What sorts of specialized techniques is the phasmid using to hide itself? It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defenses that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex. Ah, so you're lost and you can't find it. But I cannot describe how these defenses work, much less how they evolved, without studying a live specimen. Yes, it makes perfect sense. You're beginning to suspect there's something paranatural about this phasmid. How big is this phasmid? I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodia zoonsis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So, he leaves the conclusion up to you. Why are you so interested in this stick bug? It doesn't seem to be as colorful as some of the other cryptids I've heard about. He flashes you a sideways smile. Typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those you, unversed in zoology give them credit for. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of any cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defenses, find out how it stayed hidden so long. He shakes his head. What have you discovered about it so far? Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts, so no one's ever found one. Not yet. He holds up an index finger. That's what makes it a cryptid. The lieutenant interjects. Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real? Now I can't do Kim's voice for some reason. I know it's real, the cryptozoologist says, brusquely enough that even he seems taken aback by it. It's clear that his obsession with the phasmid is driven by something more than the pure pursuit of scientific advancement. By which I mean, he says, gathering himself, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition. I struggle with some of the made-up words. Lena said there has been a sighting of it here in Martinez. Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast here. That's what brought us to Martinez specifically. It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for the species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore. Excuse me, maybe the Insulindian phasmid has died out? The cryptozoologist shakes his head vigorously. I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resistant. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis. Something beginning. Parthenogenesis? Yes, the females don't need males to reproduce. Makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions. That's pretty clever. A travesty, a crime against passion and common sense. This arouses no special feelings in me. That's pretty clever. Yes, the Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I try my best to remain dispassionate. Tell me more about these traps. Lynn seems pretty eager for you to return. And I'm eager to return to her, I assure you, but I can't leave before we've finished with these traps. You look south, where Lena would be. My wife understands that just as well as anyone. Come on, Morel. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back. I forgot what his voice really sounded like. And leave the traps? Absolutely not, he yells in response. I won't let Lena down. Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon. Won't let Lena down? Sounds like the cryptozoologist's wife shares a special connection to the phasmid somehow. I didn't know the phasmid was so important to Lena. Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting on record. One of only 4 this century, and it's hers. Really? She's sighted the phasmid? She didn't tell me that. Yes, that's how we first came to know each other. Know one another. That's actually the correct usage of one another. But that's her story to tell, not mine. He coughs, then continues. Needless to say, you must ask her about the mysterious phasmid. Whew. Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't abandon course now. Another cough into his fist this time. Maybe you could go back to the whirling, warm up, come back to check the traps later. You should just give up on this bug hunt. Okay, I understand. I don't give up on things either. Yeah, that's true. Good. A good quality to have, both for a police officer and an experimental zoologist. What if we check the traps for you? I'll get going. Let's leave this for now. You also unlocked There we go. We unlocked another skill point to use. Ooh, we actually got quite a lot. Basically got 100 points just from that. What are we going to level up now? I was thinking either Shivers, because that was a really cool one, or Conceptualization. Let's go with Conceptualization. It might just be fun. And also unlocks another check. So, you know, also do Esprit de Corps. Doesn't really matter though. Haven't really seen Drama come up. Surprised that one isn't in the Psyche category. Interesting. Play the actual lie and detect lies. Yeah, it could be useful. Detecting lies. Rhetoric is has been going on and on. Encyclopedia pops up as often as it needs. I think Conceptualization might be a little bit fun. So let's do that. The next one I'll probably go for either Volition or Esprit de Corps. I don't really know. Or Interfacing. Let's go with Conceptualization. Or we could unlock another or we could unlock another thing. Wompty Dom Center. Oh no, this one's only 42 minutes. It's probably terrible. It's Wednesday evening and something heinously exciting is underway. People have gathered beneath the billowing roof of an oddly shaped... Okay, there's text behind us apparently. Of an oddly shaped trophy building, sipping wine and exchanging opinions. 29-year-old Wonder Twins, Guy and Keith Eust, are the stars of the show with their bomber jackets and white sneakers, head curators of this art exhibition. It's the Wompty Dom Dummiest event of the year, and all the cool kids have RSVP'd. What are you, if you are not there? Weird. Just want to see what new task we got. Upon murder, prove your authority, get 2 signatures for Everard. Boom, 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 bum, bum, bum. I don't really know what's new here. It seemed like something new popped up, but I can't tell what. Oh well. Oh yeah, let's put one into Conceptualization. Just for the fun of it. And that opened up the backyard wall, yes. Which could be cool. I'm curious to see what that unlocks for us. I don't think there's anything here. Just checking the time. Don't have all day. And we still have to tell the woman about her dead husband. And then we have to tell the other woman about her living husband. No boat in the boathouse today. This section of the coast hasn't been used in decades. Ooh, sunglasses. And Hypnogamma. We have a lot of charges on this. I'm not going to wear the oversized sunglasses just yet. The boathouse is shortly constructed. A strong breeze might blow it over. Nothing else around here? We could go... We can't really go this way, can we? No, apparently not. What's over here? What is over here? Yes. Ancient paint is peeling off the roof of this shaded bench covered in rust. Okay, anything else here? The sign says Entrée interdite. Interdite. I'm not sure about that. An old ticket taker booth, no longer in operation. People paid money to park here? No one would pay now. If you say so. Can't even drive. Wonder if we can open this gate. Seems not. Ooh, box. Ooh. Tear. Or tar. Or tar. I'm not sure. The door is not only barred shut, it's inaccessible. Rough. Ooh, another box. Like a chest in an adventure game. What's this? Found Peepo Peepo. Logic up, perception down. What is that? Or fallen, as I like to call it. Fallen. What is this? Ultimate peak focus. Eyes on the road. The small wire framing inside the futuristic-looking fallen Peepo hat gives it the aerodynamic shape of a swoop skier's helmet, but none of its protective qualities. Covers the wearer's ears and eyebrows to bring down the drag coefficient. What does this look like? Ah. Looks kind of cool. Not really. Perception down though. I don't know, we'll bring it on when we need it. What's this? This one has hell written on its back. Could not be further from the truth. It's the boom years, and Kuron, the nicest district in Revachol West, is enjoying a sun-drenched day. Tall and handsome buildings rise from the riverside, steel, iron, and yellow limestone with cloud shadows, sliding on the facades. That's what that said, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, maybe I'm just actually unable to read, completely illiterate, and I just have to guess all of the text in this game, and I'm just doing a really good job, hopefully. Is there any point in going this way? Doubt it. Interesting pathfinding, my friend. Wonder how far you'll go. Okay, let's just run a little bit. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I'm not continuing that. Sorry to say. I realized what I was starting to sing in, and I decided I'd rather not. That's the extent of that. Car. Or scooter? Interesting. Have we explored all of Revachol West then? I think we have. We haven't gone into the... Is the church open now? No. No, it is. Let's save that for right after we tell the people about things that we need to tell them. Full of holes. Could be the post's hide treasure. Look inside. Okay. Could it be the post hide treasure? I think is what it actually said. Okay, we got a nose of head. What's in here? Money. Nice. This one. Magnesium. Money. 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 Money, a lot of money. Oh, we haven't explored all of it because there's this whole area back here. Oh, this looks like a grave. Painted with pastels, someone is trying to bring cheer to the world. You still have to go back to Revachol normal. North? I don't know. Trash from some unending party. A pole screwed into the ice keeps the tent erect. Oh, I see where the cable came in. More tribalistic markings. This post is covered in little humanoids. This is someone's home away from home, just like yours. Oh, there's something here. Tent flap. The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men, all in forward-looking apparel, reminiscent of the sticker on the padlock, are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is. No way. Let's not do that right now. There's a lot here. Interesting music, though. You can just barely make it out, I'm sure. Pile of Eternite. Ah, another one! Pane of Eternite has been planted onto into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up. barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough. What is this? It looks like a makeshift bridge. The lieutenant adjusts his collar against the cool breeze. Could be convenient. Push the Eternite over. The plane falls into the icy snow with a soft thud. Thunk. We should ask that girl on the ice what's going on here. The lieutenant gestures toward the young woman next to the tent. We can do that in a moment. What's this? A school of fish huddle around the fence post, then scatter into the dark. Oh, there's something right here. More money! We're almost back to paying our rent. Great. What's this? How are we getting there? Okay. A lot of walking around today. A lot of reading and a lot of walking around. That's a pretty good description of the game. And of the streams of the game. Looking back at you from the rust-colored water, you. Ain't that quaint? Let's get back to the other side. With haste. Post haste. Almost forgot to finish that word. Oh, this is the wrong way. I believe. Though we could go that side as well. It might be prudent to do that. Ooh. Oh, what's this? There's more stuff that we haven't looked at. I get distracted so easily. Great game for me. Someone has left their music collection beneath the tarpaulin. How do we get up here? Show me the way. Okay, this is a whole new area to look at, so let's cancel out of that. Just put a pin in it and remember for next time. Oh, wow. Banged up fuel canister. Well, safe to say I'm lost. A bottle drained of all its booze is frozen to the ice. This is it, the scene of the party. The fire pit, cigarettes, and empty bottles all evidence it. Hold up, don't you mean scene of the crime? Yeah, sure looks like a lot of folks partied here. Looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point, like a goose ice sculpture or a chocolate fountain. Hey Kim, looks like we've had a couple of partygoers here. Looks like it. It looks like they had a great time laughing here. This was some kind of theater to them, a circus production by a great clown. Was this party against the law? On the ice like this, it was probably a public danger. Looks like they had a great time laughing here. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and nods. Hey, let's keep moving, detective. Somehow he doesn't want to dwell on it. Somehow? What do you mean somehow? Is this more money? Hey. Let's take all. We're picking up cents here. But it adds up. We'll come back to look at this. Where's the way out? Oh, yeah, it's up here. I'm not completely lost. There's a whole suitcase just right there. Oh, we made it back to the waterlock in one piece. And in less than 1,000 episodes. So definitely not like One Piece. That's just a little joke for the weebs out there. I don't even watch One Piece. I'm a faker. Do we talk to Lena first? I think it's only fair to talk to... Oh wait, we can post this here. Drop the white envelope into the mailbox. The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito bullet holes in RCM. Drop the white envelope. You drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud on what sounds like a couple of letters. About a week's worth of mail has clicked in there. They'll empty this very soon. Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that slug Everard. You know he's going to play you somehow. Alright, let's go back to Everard. The lieutenant turns towards the industrial harbor. If you don't mention anything to him, he won't know before it's too late. Okay, cool. Let's not tell him about it then. Where's the woman? She's just not here. I think it's Wednesday. Why would she not be here? Maybe she's in the store? She might be. Might be indeed. Well, I'm tired. It's been a fun stream though. A lot of talking. Loading, am I right? Is she in here? Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, well, I guess you'll have to wait. So I guess we get to deliver the good news to the cryptozoologist then. Well, good and bad. That he's not on his way back. But that he's okay at least. I would like to know what the middle class lady is though. Or working class lady? I can't remember what they said. Can't remember the exact description. No bowls around here. Oh. I'm kind of keeping an eye out. Just in case. The lady might return, so let's keep our hopes up for that. Back to the whirling. There's this. Perhaps it would be better to talk to the woman without Kim. Just maybe. I mean, we took the case up by ourselves. It's just water. Just water. Okay. Yeah, it's these two. I remember them.
Oh, hello, dear.
I ran into your husband on the coast. I ran into your husband on the coast. The old woman clasps her hands together over a blanket. Goodness! How is he? Did he say why he hasn't returned yet? He's fine, ma'am. He couldn't get back earlier because the water lock on the canal was broken. Now he's just finishing up some work. Oh yes, that's my morale. He's bound to catch a cold staying out there for so long. But I'm so relieved to hear that he's okay. Thank you for putting an old woman's heart at ease, even if a little. You haven't, however. There are dangers out there. Our aging bodies fail. Her heart won't rest until Morel is safely back with her. You never told me you've seen the Phasmid. Or you had seen the Phasmid. Sorry. I was on the brink of a leak there. Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings? No, I really want to. Reflexively, the lieutenant readies his familiar notebook. Well, it was a summer, she starts. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one, many times my height, I remember, when all of a sudden... Wait, where was this and how old were you? What happened? I looked up and one of the reeds moved, not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. She shakes her head. I'd never see anything like it. The reeds turned into a creature. I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. She looks at you. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds. Did you follow it? I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there, knee-deep in mud, looking around me. Where did you go? Don't go. Then what? I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk and told her they were looking at me. She chuckles. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys, that sort of thing. She brushes her hair back. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel. We were on our first date when I told him my story. You should have seen his face. She smiles. He said my descriptions matched the phasmid down to a T. Its white marble limbs, the way it moved. So that's how they met. This is beyond significant for them. You were on a date. Its limbs are white? How big was it? Maybe you imagined it, Lena. Kim, what do you think of this? I thought it was a wonderful story, ma'am. He closes his nose and gives her a simple smile. But I don't believe it. A child, left unattended on a warm day. Children make up stories and then end up believing them. How big was it? It's quite hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case. Thank you for sharing this with me. You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just, she sighs, such an impossibly sunshiny day, so warm. And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own, into the mud, anywhere. Yep. That's all for now, man. Great, 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 great. We have to tell Everard that we mailed it. And what's this? A dented stainless steel canister for transporting and storing heavy fuel oil. A logo on its side has been partially stripped over years of use. The government issued red dyed fuel oil inside looks like paint, though it smells much, much worse. Whew. I think we have an empathy check we can do. Why don't we try that one? We might have it. It also might be closed. Oh wait, we can also try the hand-eye coordination check. I kind of made the stream title a lie by not being able to see the woman. She'll show up. Should I do... I'm not even sure if I can do the empathy check, but let me grab a look. Catch a glance, as it were. Hello, Tommy.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Let's try it. Let's try it. Yay, we won. In his eyes, a half-familiar longing, flecks of brown and gold. Familiar, how? It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southeast, down the street that goes beyond the horizon. What's in the southeast? Excuse me? He emerges from the reverie. I'm a cop, I can fix anything. Really, you can tell me. Oh, I get longing. I've felt something similar since I woke up. Man, he sighs. I don't know what to say. Not much anyone can do. There's no helping in absence, you know. I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, a second kid on the way, waiting all the way in Diora. Here I am, stuck in this mess. So far from home. Diora? Diora of the Seven Seas. It's on the other end of Le Caillou, pretty much. On another island called Laurentide. Off mainland. We've got a little place there. I can almost hear my kids laugh when it snows. What's it like to miss someone? What's it like? Good and bad. An ache that brings you joy. He smiles warmly. I think of them a lot. I dream up these silly scenarios in great detail. Of living with them. It comforts me. man. There's a pause and a sigh. Then he turns his eyes to you. What about you, cop man? You missing someone? Is that what it is? This feeling? No, it's scarier than that. You're pursued by a hunter, smelling of apricots and sorrow in the past. Miss my gun. I lost it. I'm fine, man. I don't miss anyone. I miss someone, but I don't know who it is. No, I feel hunted. Let's be honest. No, I feel hunted. Hunted? By what? A shadowy figure known only to me as the ex-something. Yeah, actually not. Let's change the subject. An ex-wife? Ex-wife. No, it's a sinister presence that hunts me across all planes of existence. It followed me into this world when I woke up. I think it may be a planar hunter. Whatever it is, one thing is for sure, it's not my ex-wife. Let's try it. Let's go for this one. Sinister presence? Wow, that sounds really bad. Hope that doesn't happen to my marriage. First, what is marriage? It's definitely going to happen to your marriage too. Don't worry, I'm certain nothing bad is ever going to happen to your marriage. Yeah, my thing has got nothing to do with marriage. Sure, man, if you say so. It doesn't look like he believes you. But look, man. Thanks for this. It's good to talk to someone I know. It wasn't easy to ask. So he smiles. I hope you find your way through your own troubles, man. That's all for now. That was nice. Let's just heal our health. We have plenty of nose of heads. We're past the stream time. Past the time slot. We weren't able to... Yeah, we weren't able to find the woman. Sorry, I was thinking. So we didn't really bear bad news, but we will next time. Maybe. Next time we'll probably be inspecting the bullet first and foremost. And we'll see where everything goes from there. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you're not following, I'd really appreciate the follow, but no pressure whatsoever. Excuse me, this is what I'm going to be doing for the next couple days, playing Disco Elysium, and then we'll be back on Return of the Obra Dinn, and then Dicey Dungeons will be next Saturday, and the cycle continues. Check the schedule out if you're not sure. I keep it relatively up to date. And otherwise, have a really good day, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.